into glory, write a book. And out of that, he birthed a vision. I'm going to read to you because it's good to document things. The writing of books, in particular, this first book, Heartache, Queen and Shackles, is the start of EMI. I am merely using my skills to generate something that will effect change personally and tangibly. The book is a tool for change. It will help and teach people how to rise above adversities and to press towards their goal to achieve success despite the odds. The book is being published by Pelican Publishers. 5,000 copies will be printed for 960,000 Jamaican dollars. What did I say? No job. The book will be 5,000 copies, this was the code, printed for 960,000 Jamaican dollars. This is not counting editorial design services or management services. There are costs related to the book launch and the island-wide book tour that will take place. Our budget for phase 1, printing and book launch, is $2 million. Like, God. But back then I had faith because I was a missionary. So we lived based on trusting God. And I said, I'm going to take the same mentality to this. And so I believed I would have gotten the funds. So one of the innovative things that I did, I said I'm seeking partnership with 30 to 60 individuals or companies to help us. We are offering advertising space for 20 companies or organizations to promote their book. We appeal to you to come on board. We're going to transform lives one heart at a time. I tell you, people, I started a GoFundMe campaign to try to raise this $2 million. And I contacted 64 persons and 24 said yes. And their names went into the book. I had the pages. So I was treating the book almost like a magazine. I was making money. First Heritage, you would see a picture. Is it playing? No, it's supposed to be playing. Or are you going to start over? First Heritage should be there. They were the first to come on board and they gave me 200 and something thousand. But that wasn't enough because the budget is $2 million. And then I had issues with the printer because he wanted his money and I just wasn't seeing the money for all aspects. I had a huge team, 14 people. We have to buy shirts. I never know much about publishing and launching and that you don't have to do all of these grandiose things to sell books. I needed to print the book and it looked like this ain't going to happen. A launch date was set. That's one of the things. Don't set your book. There are future everybody in here. Me and Daphne authored, but I prophesy you're going to have your book. You're going to have your book.
Amen.
Be careful when you set the launch date. So we set the launch date for March. It's about February now. The money not coming in. So I gave the printer what I had gotten from First Heritage, but he wanted more money. And I was like, God, where is it going to come from? And he's adamant unless he gets the money, he's not printing anything, which makes good business sense. And so I had to shift from 5,000, this grand goal, to 1,200 copies. Could we work that? And could we work out a payment plan? But it was such a painful process. It made you begin to question. The book itself was my story, so releasing the story itself was uncomfortable because some of my pain was tied to my mother. I was afraid to release it, but she gave me permission. She said, if your story will help even one person, it's worth it. Go ahead and tell it. So thank you, Mother. And I remember, so the first book was written in 11 days, 68,000 words.
She said, oh.
The rocket writer. I'm called the rocket writer. 11 days, 68,000 words. But it took 9 months to publish. I was giving birth. Because I was wondering, am I healed? Can I really share this story? How are the people going to feel? And I was just having second thoughts and self-doubt. And no matter sometimes how many books you've published, it still comes. You have to have a bigger why. And I remember talking to my pastor, because the finances wasn't coming through and all of that, and he said to me, just like how you went on missions, I went to 19 different countries most of the time. I traveled 19 times, sorry. Up to that time was about 13 different countries. He said, God would not teach you to swim to cause you to drown. The same way he has provided for all of those trips, and so he will provide. And with that and prayer, and I remember there was another pastor who was supporting me, and the prophetic word that he spoke gave me the courage to go forward. Long and short, we had this grand celebration. I didn't see a copy of the book until maybe like an hour before the launch. That's a no-no. You must always see a print proof of the book before, because there are always errors you don't catch on screen. So by this time it was too late. This is the launch day, and some copies were not stapled together properly, some upside down, all kind of things. And one of the saving graces for me was my mother when I was saying with the financial stuff, what's going to happen? How am I going to do with this? And she just called me one day. She's going to tell you that story. I'm just going to pause it. She just called me and said, the Lord said, I must give you $200,000. And I'm going to, and then when we were, and she just called me, just like, I didn't ask her. That's God. When God gives you vision, yes, he will make provision. So I'm not talking based on other people's story.
Amen.